So you want to ask yourself, what are you already disciplined at? Because the truth of the matter is not that people can't be disciplined or you can't be disciplined. My clients always ask me, hey, like, what do I do? How do I become more disciplined? How can I get more stuff done? How can I focus on losing weight? I want to become more disciplined. So here's what I tell my clients when it comes to discipline. So let me explain this in a little more detail. Because if I were to have a gun and I pointed it to your head and told you, hey, you're going to die if you don't do this particular thing for the next 90 days, and you have to do it every single day, right? Would you do it? Right? Most people would do it, right? Because they don't want to die. There's enough pain association to not doing it. Like, if I don't do this, I'm going to die. And so do you need to be disciplined in order to do it when there's a gun to your head? No. And so what I'm saying here, that's an extreme example. But what I'm saying here is you just need enough pain association to not doing it. The next side of it is you need enough pleasure association to it. Meaning, if you do this thing, it leads to specific outcomes. It leads to the body that you desire. It leads to you being more productive and getting more stuff and making more money. It leads to this, and this. And so now you have a pleasurable association to the particular goal. And so in my life, I set up my day so I don't receive the things that I want, like pleasurable stuff, until the end of the day. So work needs to come before pleasure. So there's a big difference between pleasure and fun. And I want to make this key distinction for you because the universe provides pleasure. Nature provides pleasure, but it's also always teaching us discipline. This is a key distinct thing that we need to understand. The all-encompassing lesson of the universe is discipline. Because if we have too much pleasure in life, guess what happens? We get ill. For example, if you're consuming a lot of pleasurable stuff in terms of sugar, eating, a bunch of fruits, if you're eating too many fruits, sweet things that are sweet, nature provides this. But it wants you to have it in small amounts, in adequate amounts. This is why some people don't realize that when you're drinking orange juice or apple juice, even if it's freshly squeezed, your body was not designed to take on that much juice. That's something that people just assume drinking juice is healthy, but it's not actually good for us over the long run. There's a lot of sugar, especially if you're buying boxed juice. If you're doing it, juicing, then, that's better. But fruits have sugar in it as well. Okay, we got fructose and sucrose, and we got these substances that can really affect the body. And so, just go on a fruit juice fast and all of this stuff. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's healthy. It might be cleansing you and detoxing you and all this stuff. But over the long run, is that good? No, nature wants us to have balance, you see. It's key to understand this. And so when we go to one extreme and we have too much pleasure, it leads to problems in our lives. If we look at things like pornography or masturbation or sex and all this stuff, when we focus on that too much, it can lead to issues. It's too much pleasure. And nature, what it does is the foods that are usually good for us, the foods that are highly nutritious, the foods that will heal us, they don't necessarily taste good, right? They have a bitter taste to them. It's not nice for the tongue, it's not nice for the taste buds. And so this is weird dynamic between pleasure and pain in terms of how the universe works. The universe requires us to be disciplined, but we have our own choice about how disciplined we can be. And so we have to align our belief systems and our identity with being disciplined. And so it just takes enough pain association, enough pleasure association to doing something specific or stopping something specific to really have discipline. Because there's something in your life right now that you're disciplined at, whether that's watching Netflix every day, going on YouTube every day, going on social media every day. There's something that you do every single day It's totally natural, totally normal. You're totally disciplined with it. It's not even a thought process. You don't even think about it, right? Because you have enough pain association to not doing that thing, and you have enough pleasure association to doing that thing. So in your head, it's just like, this is just what we do. So let's say you're working on losing weight and becoming fit. In order to do that, you have to make time. In order to do that, you have to make energy. In order to do that, you maybe require money, because maybe you need a personal trainer, or you need to attend the gym. You can do it from home as well, but then you're also going to need food. You need to eat a specific way as well. And so you're gonna need all of these different moving parts just to stay fit. So there's a lot of components to losing weight. So if I was working with a client one-on-one, I'll find out, hey, like, why do you want to lose weight? Okay. Oh, because of this and this and this and this and this. And then they'll list the things. They'll tell me exactly why. I want to feel more confident. And, I want to have a beach body. I want to be able to feel comfortable in my own skin. I want to be able to feel strong. I want to be able to walk with a pep in my step. I want to, become more attractive. And so there's different reasons why someone does that. And so they will tell you the opposite as well. They'll tell you, well, I don't feel good about myself, or, I feel ugly, or I feel fat, or I feel overweight, and, I don't like how I feel in my body. Tell you all this stuff. All right. And so what you do is you want to list these things down. Okay. You want to write down the benefits of losing weight. In this example, losing weight, and the cons to staying where you're at. Right? Cons to staying where you're at. Because if you don't acknowledge where you're at, you're going to really struggle to make progress. You need to know where you are. You need to know where you want to be and enjoy the process to get in there. And so when you know where you're at, okay, this is my problem, this is my situation, I don't like it. Now you want to feed on that and amplify it, make it bigger. So how would it feel to you if you felt this way for the next year? Okay, and feel the feelings and write down a list of like what you would feel. How horrible you would feel about yourself, and maybe you'll get depressed, and maybe you're making a bad impression on other people and your kids, and you just don't like how you feel about yourself, and then you're eating more and more junk, and you become more and more overweight. So you just use your imagination to feel into what could happen over a period of a year if you continue this habit, if you continue this behavior. And then you stretch it out. You go to 3 years. 3 years of continuing the same way and following the same path. What is it going to do to your health? Your vitality? Is it shortening your lifespan? And so you're adding all of this pain association to it. And you just keep on going deeper and deeper. 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. You keep on going and going and going. And eventually you want to get to the end of your life and looking at all the regrets of not doing this particular activity, of exercising, eating healthy, and all of this stuff. In other words, what I'm saying is you create so much pain association that now this becomes urgent. Now this becomes important. So you'll find the time, you'll find the money, you'll find the energy to exercise, eat healthy, and all of this stuff. You need to create so much pain that it's as strong as having a gun to your head. Does that make sense? It's as strong as having so much pain that, hey, like, if I don't do this, I'm going to die. All right? If you get to that place, nothing can stop you. You automatically become what we call disciplined. You're not trying to be disciplined. You just have so much negative consequences to not doing the thing that you just do it. Does that make sense? So we're using pain to motivate us, to push us forward towards what we want. But it's important to do it the other way as well. We need something pulling us towards our goals. And so that's where the pleasurable association comes in. The pleasurable association is when you write down a list of things of all the benefits and how that's going to affect you over 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. And it needs to be so pleasurable to you that it becomes addictive, just like sugar, just like watching, Netflix, or, something that you really enjoy. So imagine something that you really enjoy that you can't help but do and it's pleasurable to you. Okay, that could be eating out, that could be going to the cinema. I don't know what you're addicted to. Whatever you're addicted to, you need to get to that point where the association to doing this particular exercise or working out, whatever it is, whatever the example is, that you just compelled to make it happen. There's so much drive to move forward. There's something pulling you, like, I need this, I want to make this happen. We automatically pick up our phones. We automatically, do all of these different kinds of activities without effort. It's effortless. And so when there's enough pain association and enough pleasurable association to creating set outcome, then you're going to do it consistently. You're going to be more productive in doing it. It's going to be more effortless. And sometimes, some days, maybe you need to use a little bit of willpower, but then you remind yourself of why you're doing it. Okay, you need to have a why, and this helps you create that why. Does that make sense? And so this is a part of really reprogramming your subconscious mind to realize, hey, reptilian brain, like, we don't want to die, right? We don't want things to go like, you need to have enough association. So your reptilian brain's like, we need to do this. This is our default mechanism. Does that make sense? And then to your mammalial and your prefrontal cortex, which is your midbrain and your top brain, you're saying, hey, this is what we're doing. This is the pleasurable stuff that we're going to experience, right, through doing this particular activity. And if you get enough leverage on both ends of the spectrum, pain and pleasure, discipline is not required. You don't need to push yourself. You don't need to try. You don't need to worry about whether you're going to be consistent or not, because it's just painful to you not to do it, and it's pleasurable for you to do it. All right? You just need to change the association in your subconscious mind. So if you're someone that's committed to their dream life and you're ready to change in a day, like you want to change or reprogram yourself and learn how to do that every day, you just become a completely new identity where you're automatically creating your reality, just like we just discussed with discipline, where you feel like you can't help but get more stuff done, be more productive, get that business started, don't have any fears anymore, anxieties, all of this stuff. You're just so on point when it comes to success, and you're committed to that dream life. Then we offer dream life coaching. And if you're interested in working with me and my team on transforming your life, and you're ready to let go of the old self, the old you that's keeping you in this current reality, then go ahead and hit me up at whatsappgavin.com to find out how you can get coaching. And we look forward to helping you taking your life and your business to the next level. And check out my previous video right here on the feeling is the secret and Think and Grow Rich, and how you can use them both together to really create a really powerful reality for yourself. And remember to keep learning, keep growing, keep expanding, and I'll speak to you soon. Peace.